I want to first start with a massive apology. So I thought I would take this opportunity to answer some questions that you guys have sent in on Instagram. This week, I am finally getting around to trying something new. Something I've been meaning to try for ages and ages and ages. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again because I feel it's important. Hi guys, Ree here from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and another vlog. I feel like I haven't done one of these just chatty, homey kind of vlogs in what feels like forever. I feel like we've been so super busy lately and it's been great. Don't get me wrong, it's been wonderful, but I'm kind of exhausted if I'm honest. If you follow me over on my Mummy of 4 Does Disney channel, you'll know we recently got back from Disneyland Paris and the trip was amazing. Editing the vlogs is a lot of work, but it's really living all the magic. It's wonderful. But getting back from any trip, let me know if you feel the same, just feels like a bit of a mum hangover. Now, a mum hangover is not like a normal hangover where you've had alcohol and you feel pooey. It's just dealing with all the stuff you didn't do because you were away or whatever. So it's catching up on washing and work and just all the life admin that still needs doing. So taking a trip is amazing, isn't it? Or taking a break is amazing, but does anyone else just feel like we're sort of on this hamster wheel of like, if we stop, we've just got to make up the time somewhere? Maybe that's just me, I don't know. I have a feeling from the DMs I get that's quite a familiar phenomenon. Anyway, this week I am finally getting around to trying something new. Something I've been meaning to try for ages and ages and ages. So if you've been around here for a while, you know that I used to do a lot of grocery hauls and I kept doing them because they were so popular. I always wonder, why do people love grocery hauls so much? And whenever I ask this, the general response seems to be that what to make for dinner every night as a family is just a constant struggle. It's a constant pain. It's just this thing that doesn't go away. It's something stuck on your cognitive load that you can't get away from. Let's face it, you've got to feed everyone. And people enjoy watching the grocery hauls for ideas and inspiration. And to be honest, the reason I don't do them as much anymore, as much as I get asked to do them, is because I end up stuck in a rut of I buy the same things and I'm like, I feel like I'm making the same video and that just makes me feel like a bit of a fraud. And the reason I end up buying similar things, because members of my family have autism, it can be quite exhausting to try new things, especially if you've had a long day, and the idea of thinking of something new and preparing something new just to be met with like, oh, I don't like it, is just a little soul destroying, if I'm honest. I end up buying the same things and feeding my family the same things because it's balanced enough and I know they'll eat it. I've only got so much bandwidth. Which brings me to the thing that I've been meaning to try for ages and I'm finally getting round to trying today, which is HelloFresh. Now this is something I've looked at and I thought, oh, shall I do it? Shall I, okay, I'll look into it. It's been like on my list of things to look into, to give a go. And to be honest, I've just not got around to it. As much as it's supposed to save you time, I hadn't found the time to look into it, which is insane. So when they got in touch and asked if I wanted to give it a go and share my thoughts with you guys, I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna. So if you don't know what HelloFresh is, it is a meal delivery service. You go onto their website and you select which meals you'd like for your family and they deliver you all of the ingredients that you need to make each meal, the recipe card and everything. And I've seen so many people raving about HelloFresh. I thought, I must give it a go. Haven't got around to it until now. Now we're finally giving it a go. So last night, our first HelloFresh box arrived and I'm going to give it a go making it tonight. Now through the magic of editing, we're going to jump back in time to last night so I can show you what all that looked like, because that's one of the things I kind of wanted to know, like how does this actually work? How does it arrive? What does it look like? So let me just show you. Well, first impressions, this box is a lot larger than I thought it would be. What have we got in here? So I'm assuming this is a meal. All right, I'm going to unpack some of this stuff onto the countertop. We can have a look through what we've got.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
Okay, after some initial confusion, turns out it's quite simple. Each recipe has got a number on it, and then it has corresponding bags to go with. So we've got 2A, which is this ciabatta pizza bread. We've got 34, which is this crispy Chinese duck style tacos, and that's all of that. This number 1 has only got 1 bag, the Indonesian style coconut chicken curry, but this is the refrigerated stuff, I believe. We're going to check that out in a second. And then over here we've got number 36, which is ultimate butter chicken and garlic naan. Let's have a look inside this chilled bag and see how this works. So it's duck. All of that just needs to go straight into the fridge, doesn't it? It's got these little ice chilled pouches in it to keep it all cold. It is all still super cold. So I'm assuming that if you go onto these recipes, it will say what you need to go and fetch. Yes, it will. So what's in here? And the diced chicken breast would be in this refrigerated stuff. And then it has step-by-step instructions, ingredients, pictures. So we know exactly what to do with it all. There are a couple of bits in these bags. It's not like it's chicken or anything that is urgently got to be kept in the fridge, but is suggested to be kept in the fridge. So what Daddy Four's been doing is getting his marker pen out of his pocket and just marking the number on it. I mean, we can just refer to the recipe and see where it belongs, but that is an option, so you know what out of the fridge belongs with which recipe. So quite excited to give this a go. One of the reasons I'm quite confident that the children are at least going to try the things that we're making is that I really involved them in the selection process. We looked through the website together and I asked them what they thought they wanted to choose, and they have had a hand in picking. And the fact that the photographs look really, really lovely, it's not just asking, like when you read to the children from a menu in a restaurant, do you want this or this? It doesn't mean anything, you know what I mean? So for the children to have those visuals of what it's going to look like when they eat it, that's been really helpful. And when people have more involvement in what they're choosing to eat, especially fussy eaters, they're more likely to try it for themselves. I'm going to involve them a little bit in preparing it, maybe. Not necessarily like full-on cooking, but just give them a little bit of a hand in it because they're quite excited to try that. And the biggest thing is, you know what, if they don't eat it, because this is quite an easy thing, I've not like scoured recipe books, been to the supermarket and found all the bits and driven back and put it all, because it's just showed up as a kit. I feel like there's less pressure, so if they do eat it, if they don't eat it, it's a bit more like whatever, you know? I don't feel like it's going to be as soul destroying as when you've like worked really hard on something and then your family won't eat it, because let me know in the comments if that's ever happened to you. It's not fun at all.
I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday.
Back from school, it was one of those dry school runs, but really windy, feeling a bit windswept. Just glad to be dry though, quite frankly. Have now had news of Zara's school concert because she's in the infants, but not William and Bella's. It'll be their first school concert together. And of course, there's not been proper school concerts where we go and watch for 2 years. So it will be kind of nice. It'll be Zara's first school concert actually at all, because she missed the nursery and then the reception one. The reception one, they filmed something in school, but there wasn't like a mummies and daddies go in and watch kind of thing. So it will be really special to go in and watch. So Zara's going to be an angel. That's cool because I'm pretty sure Bella was an angel a couple of years ago, so I think I can dig out a costume I was dressing up. No idea what William and Bella are going to be, or the dates of their costume, or the dates for their performance for that matter. Zara's dates have come in, and on one of the days I have to rearrange the hairdresser, and on the other day I'll have to rearrange the dentist. But it's all good, it's all good. That's just how December goes, isn't it? So I have taken the HelloFresh recipes and put them in this folder thing with Polly Pockets. You don't have to do that, but I just thought they might actually stay neat and tidy for more than 5 minutes. So I've got my William as my glamorous assistant here today. You were quite excited choosing things off the website, weren't you? The pictures on everything just look really lovely and appetizing. Yeah. So actually, I probably picked things I wouldn't have picked if it was just the words, because the pictures look nice. So William's going to read out the instructions for me and give me a hand putting dinner together. The girls said they wanted to help and then decided actually they prefer to play on the phone, which is fine, isn't it? Well, we don't need that. So, should we get dinner made?
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, so we've got that going. What is next? We've got the rice on the go, we've got the chicken in. What's next?
After the 5 to 6 minutes of cooking the chicken, we can add the shallots and cook until softened.
Cool. We will add that. You're being an excellent helper here, darling. This is actually going to look really, really yummy. I know you're excited to try it. The question is, will everyone else eat it? Because they are all fussier than you, aren't they?
Well, I hope so.
I'm sure they do well. Well, they did help to pick it, which is going to help.
And you got me too. We can always make it through. What we do is what we do. I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared. You will see me flying high. I'm staring into your blue eyes. We don't need nobody.
So guys, what did you think of your dinner?
Oh, really amazing.
Delicious?
Yep, amazing.
Yummy. I was really proud actually of you all trying it, but I think that you tried it because you had to pick it, and William was super helpful preparing it. So well done, guys. So HelloFresh has had a thumbs up from us. It was really easy actually, everything was just there. I think the only thing I had to add was oil, salt and pepper for each recipe. There's a couple of bits like that, very basic store cupboard stuff. Other than that, everything's in the box. So if you want to try HelloFresh for yourself, there is a code on screen now. They're running a fantastic promotional offer, so you can try it out for yourself. Because that's very much what this was, wasn't it? A trial to see just how easy it was going to be and whether it suited our family. And I can safely say it does. So it's now time to chillax. These dark nights just make me want to stay in and cozy, and it is only 5:30 and it feels like the middle of the night already. So we're going to watch a little bit of Strictly, aren't we, guys? The children have enjoyed Strictly for a few years. We always seem to watch it on catch-up. We never watch it live. We watch it over the course of a few days. And in previous years, they've just wanted to fast forward and watch the dancing. But now you kind of like all of it, don't you? The scores and guessing what everybody's going to get and giving their own scores and all that kind of stuff. So are you watching Strictly? I love that they love it because it's just lovely, isn't it? Costumes and dancing, it's wonderful. Question is, guys, place your bets now. Who do you think is going to win Strictly this year?
Christmas people? Fleur and Vito. Fleur and Vito, yeah.
You think?
Vito, yeah.
Yeah, you think they're going to win?
Vito, not Vito. Fleur and Vito.
You think they're going to win? That's what the money's on. And who do you think will come second?
Maybe the Christmas. I don't know all the names.
Who are the Christmas people?
The ones that had the one that had the really nice Christmas dress.
Do you mean the one that had a red and green dress and just did the samba?
That's Flo and Vita.
That's the same one. The ones you just thought were going to win.
I think Tony and so-and-so might come.
Yeah. Tony and so-and-so.
Third or second.
Ellie, okay.
No, I don't. No, actually, not Ellie.
Well, place your own bets. Who's going to win Strictly this year?
Of course, before actually somebody wins.
Yes, well, this video will go out before it actually wins, but if you are watching afterwards and then you comment and you already know, that's just cheating, isn't it? So we don't encourage cheating. Morning, guys. Children are in school now, so I thought I would take this opportunity before I get on with some work on my computer to answer some questions that you guys have sent in on Instagram. How's the Christmas shopping going? I have been picking up some bits and pieces over the last few months, but nothing serious. I've kind of been picking up bits as I've seen them, as opposed to going through a list of everything I need to get and doing all of that. Now I do have Christmas shopping like planner sheets that you can use, which are part of my Ultimate Mum bundle, and I always tend to use those as a way of working through what I need to get for who and ultimately saving money. And I have got a whole video about how I do all of that, so you can check out that video. But I also have a running spreadsheet going because it's a really easy way to see what I have actually spent and total it up without having to use. So everything I have bought, I end up putting on that spreadsheet, partly because then when I've hidden things all over the house, because when I have bought things in previous years and not added them on a list or a spreadsheet, I've hidden them all over the house and remembered about them after Christmas or birthdays. So if you are buying things in advance and hiding them, either have a list of hiding places or a list of things that you need to look for that you have hidden. Plans for Christmas. We always just stay in on Christmas Day. The children love playing with their toys and are very excited about it, so we sort of tend to just stay in the house. People call in to visit, or well, at least since we've moved here. My auntie and uncle did call in to visit last year, and of course the year before that no one was allowed anywhere, at least here in Wales. So this year will be the first kind of normal year, I guess, because I think even last year people were, I think it was allowed, but people were being a bit cautious. And yeah, it'll be really nice to have a really normal year where you can be like, yes, of course, come and visit without panicking too much. I'm really looking forward to Christmas with the room all kind of different and feeling bigger and more spacious, especially since we want to have people calling around. We very much do Christmas as like a 2-day event, and I have also got a video I've made actually about our Christmas traditions, which I can link below. You can watch that later. But we tend to give the children at least one present from under the tree on Christmas Eve. We feel that it helps to spread the excitement. Sometimes lots of stuff all on one day can feel really overwhelming. So by spreading it out over a few days, they're more likely to actually play with what they've opened. And I tend to pick something that is something I know that will be engaged with for a lot of the day. And it just helps to stop that kind of like crazy. Now this year, the children are like breaking up from our school till the 23rd of December. That's really, really late. So most of our Christmas holidays are actually in January this year, which is kind of weird, but there we go. But really looking forward to it. Christmas is definitely one of my favourite times of the year. Has Dylan been home yet? Yes, he has. I don't think I was vlogging or anything at the time, but yes, he has been home. Another question about how he is doing. How is Dylan doing in uni? Really well, loving it. He's actually swapped courses. He was originally taking computer animation, which I thought would be something that he'd really, really love and be engaged with, which my only like advice to him was just pick something that isn't going to feel like work. Obviously it's going to be work, but pick something that you'd kind of do for fun anyway. And he's always been into kind of computer animation and stuff. There was this disconnect. He wasn't feeling it at all. So he has swapped to a music course, which he is loving and very much in sync with. I've always felt myself, like I did a business studies degree, and I just think I would have done better and been more engaged with something I loved more. I took business studies because I thought it was a sensible choice, but actually it was mostly maths and accounting, and there was a lot of marketing and stuff in it. So it was like a business studies marketing degree, and the marketing elements of it I really enjoyed, but all the other stuff I was just like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? And I would have perhaps been better off picking something that I was really, really engaged in and would have just felt that I wanted to kind of read about and talk about and things anyway. So that's definitely been my advice, and it'll be my advice when the little ones choose their options and their A-levels and things as well. Just pick something where you're kind of going in flow rather than fighting against the tide. It's going to be easier. I need some evening routine recommendations, please. I need to get organised. I do need to film a full evening routine video. I don't think I've done one of those for a really long time, since a long time before we moved. So I definitely need to do an updated one of those. The reason I haven't done it is because I'm trying really hard. I mean, I know I did film a little bit last night, but I'm trying to mostly do stuff while the children are in school, so I just haven't got round to that one yet, and everything's been so mental that my evenings switching off have been quite precious. I will film one of those very soon, because a lot of the things I do in the evening I do feel help to set me up for the morning. I feel like you can't have a successful morning routine without a successful evening routine, so we'll definitely go into that in more depth very soon. How do you prep your gorgeous kids for their trips? Definitely my children are the kind of children that enjoy things more when they're prepared than, I know some families can just go, surprise, we're going here this day. And the only way I can do that with my children, the only way I could ever get away with that, is if they were really familiar with the place they were going anyway. So I prepare them in advance because it helps them. And we'll get on to how I prepare them in a second. But I do prepare them in advance because I think my understanding of autism, specifically the way that my children have it, and I'm not sure if this is like a scientific thing or just something I've observed. I'm not sure if it's something with autism in general, but it's definitely something with my children. They seem to take in so much detail wherever they are. So when they go to a room or whatever, they will notice things that I never pick up on. So rather than seeing just like the big picture, they notice all the tiny little details. And I think that must be exhausting. I feel like they're trying to take like a photographic memory, like trying to take down all the details of wherever they are, which can make them feel really tired and drained. So I feel like if they've got a level of familiarity with something, for example, walking into Disney for the first trip, when they had an element of preparation for that and they knew what to expect, then they didn't need to take in everything fresh. They just needed to take in the more detailed details. Am I making any sense here? So how I prepare them is we show them a lot of vlogs if we haven't been, or my own videos and photos if we have been somewhere and they haven't remembered it. Websites, William especially likes looking through menus, through maps, things like that. So vlogs are really, really helpful. So before flying, for example, showing them pictures of what the aeroplane might look like, what the airport will be like. But vlogs from that point of view are really, really handy. And I'm hoping that my vlogs, trip vlogs to places in the UK that we've been, I've got a lot of weekend trips to Drayton Manor, Legoland, places like that in the UK, or my Disney vlogs will help you as an adult prepare for things, but also the children prepare for what to expect. And then plan out your days so that you're making better use of your time. So that was a very long-winded answer, but in short, websites, photos, vlogs are really good ways to prepare my children. And for smaller children, Peppa Pig episodes are really good. You know, there's a Peppa Pig episode about going to the dentist, Peppa Pig episode about going on an aeroplane. Again, for quite small children, there's Woolly and Tig episodes for a lot of things. I'm not sure if that's even on anymore, but I'm sure you can find them online, where she goes to school for the first time. Topsy and Tim have good episodes about experiencing different things. So let me know in the comments if you feel that your children do better with preparation for things, or if they're kind of children that love a surprise. And if your children do need preparation, how do you tend to prepare them for new situations? Hope you're okay, and planner update. The hope you're okay is probably because yesterday on stories I was a little bit emotional. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again because I feel it's important. Just because everything looks all shiny and smiley online, it doesn't mean that everyone's lives are perfect and yours is the only one that runs into problems, hiccups, traumas, upset. And I feel it's important to say this because whenever I do say it, I get so many people saying, "Really, thank you, I really need to hear that today." So if you need to hear this today, here it is. What people put out online is usually the best bits, and not even on purpose. So it's not like I'm only showing you the best bits because I want to appear shiny and perfect. I try and show you the other bits, but some things it's just not appropriate to show. I wouldn't film my children when they're having a meltdown because that just wouldn't be the right thing to do, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So just because you don't see it happening doesn't mean it doesn't happen. What you're seeing is just a very small snapshot. It's a short number of minutes out of a day, a week, whatever it might be. There are certain things I can't talk about online for various reasons, because it's not my place to talk about it, because it's about someone else, because it's a decision that us as a family we've decided not to bring that portion of our lives online. But yes, there have been a few things going on in the background, and I don't say that to sound cryptic. I'm just trying to kind of make my point while walking the line of not sharing things I'm not supposed to share. But there have been things going on that have been difficult, that I have been struggling with. So if you are going through something like that too, and if everyone online or where you work just seems all smiley, people slap on a brave face in public. It doesn't mean that their lives are perfect and yours is not. So if you are struggling with something, I want to send you a massive virtual hug and just let you know that you're not alone, really. Wow, it is now hailing. Sorry if that's super loud. Hail is falling from the sky. And anyway, the second part of that is planner update. I want to first start with a massive apology because I know I said I'm working on my planner. It is there or thereabouts done. And in fact, I'm about to go and work on it now. Basically, the digital version I've been using for some time. It's done. The printed version, I had one printed, but the printed slightly so that the coil binding was overlapping it, which is really annoying. So I need to slightly reformat that and re-upload it. But that's actually quite a big job. And what's been happening, wow, really loud hail. Sorry if you can't hear me. What's been happening is when other things have been going on, it's been procrastinated and procrastinated. But I am going to go and work on that right now to see if we can get this moved along and out to you, because I love that you all have been so supportive and so excited for it. Let's just go and do that. Let's stop procrastinating, put other things first, and get that planner at least a bit closer to being ready. Okay, so I'm going to actually get this done. I'm going to get it done. There are a number of things I have to do, the problem is, in order to release this planner. So here's what I mean about the margins. One of the pages is absolutely fine. The other one, everything needs moving across. So really, if I just move every page across, the problem with that is I need to go through every single page and fix it, or I need to fix one page and copy it over and rearrange all the pages into the same format it is now, because the format is right. All the pages are there and they're in the right order. So I've got to do all that, and then I've got to stitch it back together because it needed to be several PDFs stitched together in order to upload. It's all a big faff. And then really I need to order one and get it printed and sent to me to check again before I can release it. I mean, or I've just asked this on Instagram and I don't know what the result of the poll's going to be. Do I just release it as it is? Am I being over fussy? I don't know. To me, I can't release it like that, but some people are like, it's fine, just, I don't know what to do. So I need to do that. I need to set up a Shopify store. I've never done that before, to sit on my blog so people can physically purchase it. This is the problem when you're kind of doing something totally yourself and self-publishing, all these like behind the scene bits, because I'm reasonably tech savvy, but things like setting up a Shopify store, I've never done before. I don't know anything about that. I'm going to have to rely on YouTube tutorials to show me what to do. So I need to do that. And then also I need to figure out how the digital download of the planner will be deliverable. Is that a word? Deliverable. And then the digital version of the planner, obviously you can just print out and write on it. You can just write on it directly, or you can do like I do, which is use the text to write, and then you can write. So let's see, what's today's date? You can just scroll it anywhere and it goes into neat writing, see? So 23rd. See, my scrawly writing then gets turned into neat text. So you can do it like that, or as I say, you can just print it and write on it with an actual normal pen. The problem is I need to make this deliverable when someone has purchased it through, I'm guessing, my Shopify store. And then I guess I also need to put instructions of how to get it onto your iPad and open it and use it if you want to use it this way as a digital planner. So this is the reason I have procrastinated it. It's just not just as simple as pressing go. If, however, I wanted to do a different version in the future, I will have figured all this stuff out. You know, all this, how do I make it go from the website to someone's device? All that will be done. And I guess I have to be prepared for the fact that I'll have, I don't know, questions and things after it's set up about how it's going to get done. And then I will perhaps create like little mini tutorials or whatever to go with them according to that. But I'm just kind of blindly finding my way through it at the moment and trying to make it up as I go along, which is fun. Okay, so set up Shopify store, and then I need to integrate a Shopify store with WordPress, which is what my website's on. How do you do that? Oh, this is complicated. Oh, set up free trial. I like that, for 3 days. Oh, great. Well, I better get on with this soon, isn't I? Otherwise my free trial will expire and I'll be paying for it. And I guess when I got skin in the game, I'm just gonna have to get it done. I want an online store. Where would you like to sell? An existing blog? Yes. Social media? Yes. I'm not sure. I could just click I'm not sure. Do you want to sell products through drop shipping? I'm not sure. Where is your existing audience? YouTube. Facebook. Technically, I have a Facebook page. I don't even go on Facebook anymore. When I first started, I used to do a lot of Facebook Lives. Shout out to me down in the comments if you used to come along to my Facebook Lives when Zara was really tiny, and basically I was just trying to talk and parent at the same time. I used to do lives every week. And then Facebook went through this really pay-to-play phase, and I just felt that the effort I was putting into Facebook wasn't really worth it. So I sort of ditched that. I'm naming my online store. I'm going to call it Mummy of 4 UK. Mummy of 4? Mummy of 4 UK. Mummy of 4 UK. Mummy of 4. What do I call it? You can skip this for now if you're still working on it. Do I want to... I mean, Mummy of 4 or Mummy of 4 UK. Anyway, Facebook. Facebook won't really pay to play, and I just automated it. So I think some stuff copies across from Instagram to Facebook, but I don't even open it. So don't bother DMing me on Facebook. I won't see it. Just saying. So apologise if you have. I guess I'll put Mummy of 4 UK because that's my... Or Mummy of 4. Mummy of 4 UK. Mummy of 4. Okay. We'll just stick with Mummy of 4. It is UK. We're located in the United Kingdom. Suggest a password. Thank you. Thank you, iMac. Incorrect password. Oh, I already have a password. Do I? Do I already have a password? Did I already set this up? No. Incorrect password. Forgot password. Oh gosh, did I already log into this before? Ugh. I logged into this before apparently. Okay. And am I in? I'm in! That's one thing done. Okay, it's not done. I've just logged in. Authenticator app. Do you guys use this for anything? I have to use these all the time now. It's this app called Authenticator. And I've got this as a backup for my Instagram account, my YouTube accounts, because obviously I use them for work. Provides like a 2-factor authentication thing. So it sends you a code. It's a real pain in the bum because I have to do it every time I log into my YouTube, which obviously I do every day. But it does mean that scan the QR code in the Authenticator app. Scan QR code. Okay. It is a pain because, there we go. So what it does is it sends a code which refreshes every 60 seconds. And then I will need that code. You have to put that code into the website and then it expires. It's a bit stressful because you've got to type it in quickly before it expires. But then it sets you a new code and then we'll put that into the website. Basically, it's just to stop hackers finding your password, but it's well worth backing up, I don't know, your social media, your Gmail account, because maybe a lot of people don't necessarily use YouTube the way I do, but it would be the same system to back up and protect your Gmail account. So it's well worth looking into turning on two-factor authentication just to avoid nasty hacking business. All right, I'm going to keep setting up this Shopify store and then see if I can work on the formatting for this. I did put a little poll on Instagram. Let's see what people thought. Okay, I asked on Instagram. 69% said wait and fix this version, and then 31% said release this version. So it looks like I do need to fix it. 51% of people said release the digital now and the printed when I finished it. Okay, so that's worth knowing. 41% said wait and release both together, and 8% said all release it as it is now. Okay. I guess then maybe I'll just release the digital one. I don't know what to do. I'm so indecisive. Oh, this Shopify thing's taking me so much longer than I thought it would. And I'm trying to link it to my blog and I can't find the... what's it want? It wants an API... private app API key. I can't find that. Oh. This is one of those things you do so infrequently that even if someone in the future asked me to help me set one up again, I'd probably have forgotten it all. Oh, I can't find the API key. I'm not even really sure I know what one is. I just got back from taking Zara to dancing and it hailed and hailed and hailed on me. Just got absolutely caught in it and soaked. So, Bella, something arrived. The poor delivery man was also caught in the hail and handed me this. So while Daddy of Four and William do our dinner tonight, because I'm running back and forth doing dancing, so Daddy of Four's doing dinner. But before I've got to go and get Zara, should we open this?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think it is? What's the point? Which way up is it? This slice thing, by the way, is amazing for opening parcels, which we have to do a lot this time of year, don't we? Yeah. So Zara's in dancing right now. The girls are both practicing for a show, aren't you, in December?
Yeah.
But Bella's also doing another exam. So you did a modern exam in the summer and she had distinction. So which exam are you doing next one?
A TAF exam.
TAF exam. What do you think this might be? It's a Christmas counter donut! We did see these in Disneyland Paris if you watched the vlog series, but I was a bit nervous to bring one home. I thought it might get squished on the plane, and I picked this up in the sale on Shop Disney. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
Yeah. The question is, how many days are there till Christmas right now? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure there's 8 days till the elf comes.
Till the elf comes, yeah.
So it's the 1st of December which the elf comes.
Okay, and Christmas is the 25th of December. Or we could look at a counter down on my phone, see if Mummy's maths is not that good.
Don't show me.
Okay. I'll put the correct answer in here.
I'm not looking.
You're not looking. Okay. Can you figure it out, Bells? That's what it is at the moment at the time of filming.
32.
Clever sausage! She was over there looking away. Clever girl. So yes, there are 32 days till Christmas at the time of filming this. So make sure you stick around on the channel with bell notifications on and all that jazz, so that you don't miss any fantastic Christmas content of all the stuff we've got going on, all the Christmas planning, the Christmas presents, and then there will be a big Christmas Eve and Christmas Day vlog, because we do like to start our festivities on Christmas Eve, don't we?
Yeah.
So we better go and see what Daddy of Four and William are doing in the kitchen with today's HelloFresh. Thank you so much, by the way, to HelloFresh for reaching out and sponsoring this video. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm really, really pleased with it, so really happy to recommend them. You can use the link on screen and down in the description, as well as the code. All the details are down below and in the accompanying blog post if you want to give it a go at the massively reduced introductory rate. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I think I already said that, didn't I? Bell notification, all that kind of thing. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.